The difference between the wealthy and the poor isn't just money. It's not luck. It's not inheritance. It's the 5 people sitting in their inner circle right now. 5 relationships that the poor dismiss as unnecessary expenses, while the rich consider them survival essentials. By the end of this video, you'll understand why every millionaire pays these 5 people before they pay themselves, and why the broke stay broke by trying to do everything alone. This is where millionaires are made. Person number 1, the wealth architect. The poor call them expensive financial advisors. The rich call them wealth architects. And there's a universe of difference between these two perspectives. The poor mindset: why would I pay someone 1% of my money when I can invest it myself? I'll just put it in index funds and hope for the best. The rich reality: Warren Buffett has Charlie Munger. Jeff Bezos has a team of financial strategists. They understand that wealth architecture isn't about picking stocks. It's about building systems that generate money while you sleep. A true wealth architect doesn't just manage your investments. They restructure your entire financial DNA. They create tax strategies that save you more than their fees. They build investment portfolios that compound faster than inflation can erode them. They design wealth transfer mechanisms that protect generational money. The poor see the 1% fee, the rich see the 30% tax savings, the 15% portfolio optimization, and the financial fortress that protects their empire when markets crash. Here's the brutal truth: if you're managing your own investments past the $100,000 mark, you're not being smart. You're being stubborn, and stubbornness is expensive. Question for you: are you architecting wealth, or are you just hoping your money grows? Drop your answer in the comments. Person number 2, the network multiplier. The poor network at free meetups, hoping to meet other poor people. The rich pay premium prices to access rooms where deals worth millions happen over dinner. This is your network multiplier, the person who doesn't just connect you with people, but connects you with the right people at the right time with the right opportunities. The poor approach: I'll just use LinkedIn and cold email. Why would I pay someone to introduce me to people? The rich strategy: they understand that high net worth individuals don't respond to cold emails. They respond to warm introductions from trusted sources. And those trusted sources, they cost money to access. Here's how this works in reality. A network multiplier charges $50,000 annually. Expensive. Here's what happened to one of their clients last quarter. A single introduction led to a joint venture worth $2.3 million. One dinner conversation opened the door to a private equity opportunity. One golf game resulted in a board position with a 7-figure compensation package. The poor see the $50,000 expense. The rich see the $2.3 million return on relationship investment. Your network multiplier isn't just selling you contacts. They're selling you access to a different economic stratosphere. They're the bridge between where you are and where billionaires operate. Your turn. What's one connection that could 10 times your income this year? Tell us in the comments what industry or person you need access to. Person number 3, the time guardian. The poor manage their own calendars. The rich have someone who treats their time like a finite precious resource worth $10,000 per hour. Meet the time guardian. Not just an assistant, but a strategic gatekeeper who protects the most valuable asset the wealthy possess: their time. Poor mindset: I can't afford to pay someone $60,000 a year to answer emails and schedule meetings. That's wasteful. Rich reality: I can't afford not to pay someone $60,000 to protect $3.65 million worth of my annual time. Here's the math. If you're worth $365 per hour, which is only $75,000 per year, paying someone $30 per hour to handle your administrative tasks makes sense. But the wealthy, they're worth $10,000 per hour. Every minute spent sorting emails is literally money disappearing. The Time Guardian filters opportunities. They decline 90% of requests, so you can focus on the 10% that generate millions. They manage your energy, not just your schedule. They understand that peak performance hours are reserved for peak income activities. While the poor answer their own phones and sort their own mail, the rich are in rooms making decisions that affect thousands of jobs and millions in revenue. The Time Guardian isn't an expense, it's a profit multiplier. Think about this. How much is your time actually worth? And what's it costing you to handle tasks someone else could do for $25 per hour? Comment below with your hourly rate calculation. Person number 4, the mindset architect. The poor go to therapy when they're broken. The rich work with mindset architects before they break. There's a difference between fixing problems and preventing them. Your mindset architect isn't just a coach. They're a performance engineer who specializes in the psychology of wealth creation. They understand that your bank account is a reflection of your mental account. Poor mindset. Therapy is for crazy people. I can figure this out myself. Why would I pay someone to talk? Rich reality. Peak performance is a science. Mental optimization is as important as physical health. A 1% improvement in decision-making at the billion-dollar level equals millions in results. Here's what most people don't understand. The wealthy don't just think differently about money. They think differently about everything. Risk, opportunity, failure, success, time, relationships, growth. Their mindset architect helps them maintain these cognitive advantages under pressure. When everyone else is panicking during market crashes, they're buying. When everyone else is celebrating during bubbles, they're selling. This isn't luck, it's engineered psychological conditioning. The mindset architect helps them process massive amounts of stress, make billion-dollar decisions with clarity, and maintain emotional equilibrium when managing hundreds of employees and millions in responsibility. Poor people pay therapists to fix their problems. Rich people pay mindset architects to prevent problems from becoming limitations. Your mental infrastructure determines your financial infrastructure. Period. Question: what limiting belief about money is holding you back right now? Be honest in the comments. Sometimes awareness is the first step to breakthrough. Person number 5, the legacy guardian. The poor spend money, the rich build legacies, and legacy guardians are the architects of immortal wealth. This isn't just an estate planner. This is someone who designs wealth that survives generations, creates family dynasties, and builds institutions that outlast lifetimes. Poor approach. I'll worry about that when I have money to leave behind. Rich strategy. Legacy planning starts with the first million, not the last million. They understand that wealth without legacy planning is just expensive consumption. The legacy guardian handles trust structures, tax optimization across generations, charitable giving strategies that create tax advantages, business succession planning, and family governance systems that prevent wealth from destroying relationships. Here's the reality: 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation. 90% have depleted it by the third. The families that maintain wealth for centuries, they all have one thing in common: legacy guardians who design systems stronger than individual weaknesses. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Kennedys, their wealth isn't accidental, it's architectural. And that architecture was designed by legacy guardians who think in centuries, not quarters. Your legacy guardian helps you answer the most important question in wealth building. What happens to your empire when you're no longer here to protect it? The poor build for themselves, the rich build for forever. Final question: what legacy do you want to leave? Not just money, but impact. What do you want to be remembered for? Share your legacy vision in the comments. The reality check. Here's what separates the wealthy from the wishful. Investment in people who amplify their capabilities. The poor see these 5 people as expenses. The rich see them as infrastructure. The poor calculate their costs. The rich calculate their returns. The poor think about what they're spending. The rich think about what they're gaining. Every millionaire understands this fundamental truth. You cannot become wealthy by doing everything yourself. Wealth is a team sport, and the quality of your team determines the size of your victory. The wealth architect multiplies your money. The network multiplier multiplies your opportunities. The time guardian multiplies your productivity. The mindset architect multiplies your performance. The legacy guardian multiplies your impact across generations. These aren't costs, they're competitive advantages. Your next move. Right now, you have a choice. You can continue trying to build wealth alone, saving money on the very people who could accelerate your journey. Or you can start thinking like the wealthy and invest in the team that will transform your financial future. Start with 1. Pick the person you need most right now. Maybe it's the mindset architect to break through limiting beliefs. Maybe it's the time guardian to protect your most valuable asset. Maybe it's the network multiplier to access opportunities you never knew existed. But don't wait until you have more money. The wealthy don't wait until they can afford these people. They invest in these people to create the money they want. Here's your homework. In the comments below, tell us which of these 5 people you need most in your life right now and why. What's the one area where you're trying to do everything yourself and it's costing you opportunities? And if this video changed how you think about wealth building, subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're building a community of people who understand that wealth isn't just about money. It's about building systems, relationships, and strategies that create financial freedom. Next week, we're diving deep into the psychology of money and the 5 mental mistakes that keep people poor forever. You won't want to miss it. Remember, this is where millionaires are made, not by accident, not by luck, but by understanding the systems and relationships that the wealthy use to stay wealthy. The question isn't whether you can afford these 5 people. The question is, can you afford to keep building wealth without them? That's your choice. Make it count.